Now, from your trusted team of meteorologists at Panhandle Weather, this is your morning forecast update.
And a good Friday morning to you here from the Panhandle Weather Studios. A nice feel this morning, really a great day all around on the way for us to wrap up this work week. We'll start with some weather headlines, of course. Friday, more of the same. We're expecting to see warm, breezy, dry conditions. It's the humidity returning heading into this weekend, along with rain chances that will be something to watch for. Now, these rain chances are certainly not going to make national headlines by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a change from what we've become accustomed to in the forecast because of course, Panhandle has been on the dry side here for a pretty long period of time. We can use what we can get. We'll get at least a little bit here from Sunday into Monday, early next week. Also have some interests in the tropics out there, but no significant concerns. We'll talk about that in just a few moments. Your day planner for today, lots of sunshine out there, although we do mix it in with some sun and clouds at times. Temperatures slow to rise at first, but we do find the mid-80s back inside of the forecast as well. Friday rain chances remaining on the lower side of things once again, 0% to maybe 10% chance in just a few isolated spots, mainly down towards the Forgotten Coast. Although models have hinted at just a few small blips dotted around the area, embedded within an easterly flow that you see right here. As you look towards maybe Fountain and Bay County or a little north into Washington County, just a couple of dots out there on the futurecast system as a little moisture plume starts to ride on in from the easterly direction down towards Cape San Blas a bit later in the afternoon. Could see more of the same. It's just fairly unlikely. We still don't have all that much moisture to work with in the forecast as we get through today. Now, Saturday, we'll start to see changes, a difference in feel. You can see a little more southerly motion within some of those clouds. Models earlier on throughout the course of this week have been off and on with seeing some coastal showers starting to arise in the afternoon part of the forecast. The trend, though, you can see here is certainly not as wet, and we'll keep an eye out for that for tomorrow, but ultimately does not look like we're going to see any sort of washout weather in the forecast given those trends. Cloud coverage is still going to be something we watch for over the course of the weekend. Also watching as we get through today and on into Saturday. Elevated wind speeds, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusts up to 20, could cause some coastal impacts as you look at that beach forecast. 20 to 25 mile per hour winds possible right along the beaches. That's where wind speeds will be highest. So while there's just 2-foot surf expected with that offshore wind, you want to pay close attention to those flags given the rip current impacts from that. For boaters, it's a similar story. Wave heights relatively high, rough seas expected both out across the Gulf and in protected waterways too. Small craft advisory in effect, so make good choices as you get out there on the water for Friday and for that matter for Saturday as well. Highs today inside in the mid-80s. We'll find a few isolated spots back up into the upper 80s, then back down into the 60s for Saturday. We'll see that less and less as we get through the weekend. A fairly seasonal forecast for this weekend. Mid to lower 80s. Rain chances do start to pick up on Sunday, and we'll see those winds taper off just a little bit. Look at futurecast here across the state as we see rain showers and thunderstorms across the peninsula slowly ride up towards the north and east. Eventually, an area of low pressure sets itself up just to the west of Panama City area. That's a surge of southerly winds that'll bring moisture back into the area, and eventually we could see some rainfall returning for Sunday afternoon, lingering along that system as we get into Monday as well. Not a whole lot to write home about, though, for that. 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain expected. So once again, not a drought buster, although interestingly enough, it is an area the National Hurricane Center is currently monitoring. Pretty low development chances. Of course, with the land interaction there, it's going to be hard to stir anything up. Still something to keep an eye out for. That is a description of the type of system we'll be seeing with fairly warm air mass, lots of humidity out there as well, leading to the rain chances in the forecast Sunday and Monday. You'll see that in your 7-day forecast here. Sunday, about a 60% chance of rain at the coast, tapering off a bit for Monday. Same story in inland locations, just a slightly higher rain chance depending on location. It doesn't last long, though, into next week. Temperatures on the flip side rise as rain chances fall.